A wildfire in west central Manitoba has nearby residents fleeing for safety. Over the weekend, the wildfire came within 1 kilometer of the town of Cranberry Portage, about 7 hours northwest of Winnipeg. At 38 kilometers long and 12 kilometers wide, the wildfire forced the town and nearby cottage communities to evacuate.
It was growing 2 kilometers on the head, the front of the fire. On the flanks, it was growing over 1 kilometer an hour on the sides. In spots, it was burning against the wind, and it was still roaring along against the wind. So it's we haven't seen that, and it's a combination of the extreme drought conditions and the high winds.
The wildfire is located east of Flin Flon and covers more than 30,000 hectares of land. Simmons says the crews on the scene could be fighting it for as long as even a month from now.
There is a lot of infrastructure. There's logging operations occurring in that area. You got a railroad that goes in to take out to the ore out of Flin Flon, and then you got the communities of Cold Lake, Sheridan, and Puckatawagan that are serviced by the rail line to the north. So a lot of infrastructure along with the hydro. Hydro's off in Cranberry Portage. They're working to restore the hydro.
The entire community of Cranberry Portage began to leave the town Saturday night. 550 residents have been affected, including a couple hundred students from the town's high school, Frontier Collegiate.
We had somewhere around 200 to 250 students to evacuate, and I'm proud to say that we got them packed up and out of town within less than an hour.
Reg Clausen is the chief superintendent for Frontier School Division, who oversees Frontier Collegiate. He says the students come from around 25 different communities in northern Manitoba, mostly First Nations who don't have a high school or the vocational courses Frontier Collegiate offers. They are luckily all safe, and most have returned to their home communities.
Drag on. We have to start thinking about how do we continue the education for our students now that they're back in their communities, and how do we look after our staff who can't be in their homes, because I think the majority of the population in Cranberry Portage works for Frontier School Division.
He says it's not the first time a school in his division, which covers most of northern Manitoba, has been evacuated due to wildfires. He says the division also helps aid other wildfire-affected communities by providing buses for transportation to safety.
That has been, as of late, a fairly common occurrence given the number of forest fires that have taken place. And this year looks at this point like it's not going to be any different, but we do hope that the rains come and soak everything so that there's less of that.
Sav Jones, APTN National News, Winnipeg.